What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Godspeed ZRZ. Now today I want to bring you a product that I just recently found and I think is going to absolutely change the look on this Rubicon 392. So let's just dive right in. Alright guys, so we got these hood latch replacements here for the Rubicon 392. And of course, we're going to be replacing the JL factory hood latches. And let's go ahead and open these things up and see how they actually look. So right off, they come in pretty nice boxing. They're packed in there pretty nicely. And I guess we've got some instructions there as well. So what we've actually got here, guys, is a heavy duty aluminum and steel hood latch replacement here. And I actually came across these on Amazon, or they came across me. And they've even got like hood pins. So they've got the pin latches. They are a heavy duty aluminum material and they look really, really good. Now, as you guys know, all of the JLs actually come with the same hood latch, and apparently these will work for a JK as well. So I mean, this will work for a Gladiator, this will work for a Wrangler, this will work for any Jeep from basically 2007 and up. And they're gonna look so much better, especially with the hood pin. The actual pin latch, I love the look of that. And what it's actually going to do is anchor down to this piece right here once we install the new piece up there on top. And it seems like it's going to be much more secure. You've actually got quite a bit of adjustment right here. We can tighten it down, cinch it down, and then just that really secure pin to hold it in place. And it does come with some great detailed instructions in the box actually, but I also looked on the actual Amazon website and they have really good instructions on there. And it really goes over everything on this, and anything if you had some questions about the actual fit, finish, the material that it's made out of. But it also goes over step by step in a little bit different picture. So it's nice to see two different forms of the actual installation here. That way you know exactly what you're doing. We've actually got both sides here. And then for the rest of what we've got in the box, we've actually got some extra hardware. Got the top hook that's actually going to mount down to. We've even got the little rubber bushings. That way they don't make any sound. I've actually had some issues where I've been driving down the road and I'm not sure if it's just the reflection of the sky or what, but it seems like the hood actually just flutters a little bit, goes up and down. And it kind of freaks me out because I actually have had a hood flip on me in one of my old TJs. So whenever I came across these, I was like, I've got to at least test them out. It just seems like it's going to be much more secure and really hold it down. So we're going to go ahead and install them. First of all, we're going to have to take these off and then we can throw these on. It's supposed to be just a little 30-minute process, and I'll show you guys exactly what to do. Now, anyone with the Rubicon 392 will know just how heavy this hood is with this crazy Hydro Guide system. And with the Hydro Guide, man, it really is heavy. So what it looks like we'll need to actually start with is going to be the two 10mm bolts right up here. And it's going to loosen up this anchor point. That way we can go ahead and take it off. Now, looking down here to remove this piece, just lift this piece up and you'll actually have access to what looks like a 13mm nut on the back there, and hopefully that should just loosen it right up. Mine were actually extremely loose, which I guess could be due in part to taking it off road. I did see the hood jump up a few times. It didn't seem like it moved too awful far, but with how loose these already were, it really makes me question it. And be careful to hold these little nuts on the back side here, because you don't want one of these to fall down and you don't want to have to try to fish it out of this Hydro Guide system or something like that. Now, these anchor points seem to be the exact same size on both sides, and there is no clear indication for right side, left side, but you can see they've actually got a little padded material up top. You've got your standard anchor point, and then you've got your pull pin right here. And for the back side, we'll have to use the supplied Allen key to just cinch these up. And pretty cool, with every purchase, it actually does come with the JK washers as well as the JL washers for each kit. So it makes it pretty easy for installation. Obviously, you will click JL or JK, I believe, but you really don't even have to because it comes with equipment for both. And then we'll just cinch them down with the Allen key. I really like on the back side here where it's got this rubber piece just to protect your actual paint on your hood, which is really nice. It's even something that the factory really didn't even do. You can see right here on this, it's just this back side that was going straight against the paint. But with these, everything's gonna stay pretty well protected. And even on the front side here, for your hood latch to keep the vibrations out, you've got rubber padding right there. So now we've got both on the top, cinched down, tightened up, and they're in the right place. So we'll move on down to these bottom pieces. So for this spot right here, it's not quite large enough to fit a socket and a driver in. So I'm gonna try to find a typical wrench, or I might just get a little crescent wrench and take it right off. And if you don't have a 13mm wrench, a 1/2 inch will work just fine. So you can actually see once you take this off here, I mean, it really doesn't offer any padding for this down here from the factory hood latch, which is kind of crazy to me. Now for these, you will want to make sure the pin is able to be pulled out facing the front of the Jeep here. And for this next part, you'll actually want to make sure you do have the correct JL or the JK bushing on for this. That way it'll cinch right up, and we're going to go ahead and just tighten it up. And then after that, you can tighten up this little piece, which will really anchor down your hood as tight as you want. Or obviously with aftermarket hoods, a little bit more adjustability. That way you can always get that perfect fit. And I've actually got this little tool that works just perfect. Now let's do a little test fit just to make sure everything's lining up properly. All right, so we've got the first side on here, and as you can see, I have got the gap right where I want it. I may loosen it up just a hair. You can see where it's fully adjustable right here. You don't want to torque it down too much to where the hood's actually on the plastic here, but you want it pretty close to match up with the actual hood line right there, and that looks just great to me. Very, very, very sturdy design, and I love how you've got these pins right here, and you pull it right off. Looks absolutely wicked. And you can see the factory style right here, which from what I can tell, it looks like you could actually use the factory on the bottom hook for that, which is kind of strange, but you definitely could. And now we'll get the other side on. And now for the last thing, guys, since we've got these all installed and lined up correctly, I'm gonna tighten up the nuts on the bottom and the top of this little hinge. So just like that, guys, we are all done, and these things look absolutely killer. just gives you such a different look than every other Jeep with the standard hood latches. And these things look beefy. I mean, they look extremely aggressive, and especially with that 392, it really looks like it's holding something down. Now with the Hydro Guide system, the issues I talked about previously, I just took it down a quick rip down the road, and I didn't notice any hood vibration at all. You can see my hood gaps look pretty darn good, and I'm pretty impressed with how it all turned out. Now whenever I do want to walk up and pop the hood, all I do is simply pull the pin and we're good to go. And then to lock it back in, simple and easy. And I just absolutely love that look on these. So much more aggressive, definitely changes the look on these, and anybody that walks up to it's going to be like, hey, what are these? And even the actual aluminum that it's made out of even matches the aluminum on my lights here, which they're pretty dirty for now, but I just love that powder coated style look, just like the bumpers, and it goes really good with this black grille. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today. I'm glad I could bring this new product to you guys. Hopefully a lot of you have pretty good interest in it. But if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you honestly think. And don't forget about the merch. Of course, I've got the link in the description down below. Also, on the actual YouTube channel page, you can click the link banner and it'll take you right to it. I've actually dropped a couple new things here recently, so you might want to go check it out. But until next time, guys, just take it easy.